A New Year's Eve tragedy. A father, a mother, and their young daughter are killed in a violent high-speed crash in South LA. And tonight, the final member of that family, a 1-year-old, is clinging to life.
The deadly crash was caused by another driver in an SUV who was speeding away from a different scene of a traffic collision. KTLA's Rachel Menitoff joins us live in Baldwin Hills with more from what she has learned from police. Rachel.
Pedro Scher, we just got an update from LAPD detectives and from traffic officers. They confirm that 3 out of 4 members of one immediate family were killed. A baby, a 1-year-old, is the last remaining survivor. And this family moved to LA about a year ago. Most of their relatives are in Colombia, and police have been trying to make contact with them over the last 2 days. Take a listen.
The other issue is there's really no family here right now in the U.S. because if baby Hannah survives and recovers from this, that's one of the issues, is who's going to tend to her and take care of her. We don't know the outcome yet as far as what kind of, if she does get released from the hospital, what kind of struggle she can have ahead of her, what kind of fight she's going to have, therapy and those kind of issues. So that's all in the works right now. But the good news is that we've actually started making contact with a lot more family, extended family of this family that suffered this tragic loss.
These are some family photos that police shared with us today. Mom is identified as Luisa Arenas. She's 26 years old. She was the passenger and was fighting for her life these past few days, but suffered severe trauma. Her husband is Jose Manuel Pascagasa. He's 49. He was the driver and was killed by the impact. Their 5-year-old daughter, Mia, died at the hospital. The last remaining family member is a 1-year-old, Hannah. She's in the pediatric intensive care unit. She's supposed to turn 2 in 9 days. She's apparently showing signs of improvement. You mentioned some of the background of this crash. It happened on December 31st around 11:20 at night. This family of 4 was driving at the intersection of 60th and Normandy in the Harvard Park neighborhood. The driver of a speeding SUV who was running away from an earlier hit and run crash ran a stop sign and slammed into the family's sedan. It was one of several crashes over the weekend, 4 crashes to be exact, which resulted in 6 lives lost.
Last year, we're going to end up with almost as many people killed in traffic collisions as we did by violent homicide. And so when we think about traffic collisions, almost all of them are behavior that we can control. We can slow down, we can pay attention to the roadway, we can not pick up that cell phone and answer that text message while we're driving, and we could certainly come up with a better plan if we intend to go and imbibe either alcohol or marijuana at a gathering.
And police say the man behind this crash is 22 years old with no prior record, and so they're still trying to figure out why he decided to drive so recklessly. They do believe that alcohol could have been involved, and this suspect could be facing manslaughter charges. We're live in Baldwin Hills. I'm Rachel Menitoff. Scher, Pedro, back to you in the studio.
Rachel, thank you.